Good morning, dear students. A warm welcome to all of you for our today's digital session for the subject Science and Technology Section A. Today, we are going to complete the numerical examples which are left, the textual numerical examples for the chapter Effects of Electric Current, and then towards the end, we are going to revise some of the important rules and topics from this chapter. So let's begin with numerical examples. Before moving on to the numerical examples, I would just like to focus on question number 11 in your textbook. Question number 11 is identify the figures and explain their use. As I have told you, second B and C, that is MCB and generator, that is excluded from your syllabus. And the first one easily you can identify, that is a cartridge fuse. So all of you know the use of a fuse that you can write in your notebook. So let's begin with question number 12, that is solving the numerical examples. I read the first sum. Heat energy is being produced in a resistance in a circuit at the rate of 100 watts. The current of 3 ampere is flowing in the circuit. What must be the value of the resistance? They have asked us the value of R. So first, as usual, you are going to write what is given. Given is, you can see 100 watts means power is 100 watt. The current of 3 amperes. So current is denoted by I. Current is equal to 3 amperes. Our next step is what you have to find. You have to find the value of resistance. So to find R. Now next step is what formula you are going to apply. So here you are going to apply the formula for power is equal to voltage multiplied by current, that is P is equal to V multiplied by I. Now all of you have studied Ohm's law in the previous standard, that is 9th standard. That formula according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. This concept you are going to apply. This value of V you are going to substitute over here. So what it will become? P is equal to, in place of V you will write IR. So I multiply by I. So I square R. So here you are going to write, therefore P is equal to I square R. Now the time comes for substitution of values. So what is the power? Power is 100 watts. So 100 is equal to, current is 3 amperes. So I square, that is 3 square multiplied by R. So therefore 100 is equal to 3 square is 9. 9R. R is equal to 100 divided by 9. If you divide 100 by 9, you will get 11.11. As it is resistance, it will be in ohms. So instead of taking 11.11, you can take approximate value of resistance is 11 ohms. And finally, you will write down the answer. Value of resistance is 11 ohms. Once again, I revise the entire sum for you. Power is given as 100 watts. First thing you will write. So I expect all of you to write along with me. Power you will write P is equal to 100 watts. Current is equal to I, that is 3 amperes. To find the value of R, formula which you are going to use, P is equal to VI. In place of V, you will write V is equal to IR. If you want, you can add one point here according to Ohm's law. Then you are going to substitute that value here. You will get P is equal to I square R. Substitute the value of P, substitute the value of I, you will get 100 is equal to 9R. Therefore, R is equal to 100 divided by 9, 11.11, as it is resistance, ohms. So, resistance is approximately equal to 11 ohms. Here we complete with our first sum. Let us move on to sum number 2, that is 12B. 2 tungsten bulbs of wattage 100 watts and 600 watts power. So power of the first bulb is 100 watt, second bulb is 60 watt. work on 220 volt potential difference if they are connected in parallel. So connection is in parallel. How much current will flow in the main conductor? As you all know, you have studied resistance in series, resistance in parallel last year. So first thing, we will write down what is given. Given is, you will consider first bulb I have taken as bulb A, second bulb as bulb B. You can take anything. You can consider first bulb as P1, second bulb as 2. Then you can write power for 1, power for 2. Anyway, it depends on you. So power of bulb A is 100 watts. Power of bulb B is 60 watts. Second thing given is potential difference. So some students will write PD is equal to 220 volts or V is equal to 220 volts. Both concepts are same. To find how much current, so you have to find the value of I. Next step, solution. As the solution which we have used for the previous sum, P is equal to V multiplied by I. Now here you have two different powers. So both the power you are going to add. So you will get the total power. So total power P is equal to power for bulb A plus power for bulb B. That is equal to 100 watts plus 60 watts. Turns out to 160 watt. I will wait for a minute so you all can just jot down the main points. Now you have got the total power. We are going to apply over here. P is equal to V into I. 160 is the total power. That is equal to we have as 220 volts multiplied by I. Now simple calculations. You want the value of I. Therefore I is equal to 160 divided by 220. You will get as 0.72 as it is current. So unit will be in amperes. So 0.72 ampere current will flow in the main conductor. 0.72 amperes current will flow in the main conductor. Just we will go to the previous page. Powers of both the bulbs are given. You will write down both the powers. Voltage you will copy down. You have to find current. Formula used will be P is equal to voltage multiplied by current. Total power you will calculate. Power of both the bulbs 160 watts. You are going to substitute in the formula P is equal to V multiplied by I. Power is 160, voltage is 220. So I is equal to 160 divided by 220. You will get 0.72 ampere current will flow in the main conductor. We move on to the third sum. Who will spend more electrical energy? 500 watts TV set in 30 minutes or 600 watt heater in 20 minutes. You have to find out who will spend more electrical energy, TV or heater. Here also you can see power is given, time is given. You all know how to calculate electrical energy. Electrical energy is equal to power multiplied by time. Now here it is in watt, here it is in minutes. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And all of you know 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. This conversions we are going to use here. So we will take our first case, that is TV set. For TV set, power is equal to 500 divided by 1000 because you want in kilowatt hours. So whatever is given in watt, you have to convert into kilowatt. So you have to divide it. 500 divided by 1000, and this 30 minutes you have to convert into hour. So 30 divided by 60. So formula electrical energy used up in the case of TV is equal to P multiplied by T. So power 500 divided by 1000 multiplied by T, that is 30 upon 60. If you do the calculations, you will get as 0.25. You have already converted watt into kilowatt. So kilowatt, and minutes are converted into hours. So kilowatt hour. This is for TV set. Same you are going to do for heater. For heater, power is 600 watts, that is 600 upon 1000 kilowatt. So electrical energy used up is P multiplied by T. Same way, 20 divided by 60, 600 divided by 1000. If you do the calculations, you will get 0.2 kilowatt hour. Now if you do the comparison between both, you can see here it is 0.25 and here it is 0.2. So which one is greater? 0.25 is greater. So what you have to write towards the end? From the above we infer that TV set will consume more electrical energy as compared to heater. If this step is not shown, then your complete 1 mark will be lost because it is a comparative sum. So there you have to show towards the end because they have asked who will spend more electrical energy. So you have to make sure that in the end somewhere you are showing that which instrument is consuming more electrical energy as compared to which device. So I hope all of you have jotted down the main points, the main steps. Once again I go back to that sum. For TV set, first you have to show what conversions you are going to use. Accordingly you are going to do the conversions. Here half mark is there for your formula, so write the formula correctly, do the cancellations. Then same you are going to do for heater, substitute, do the cancellations, get in kilowatt hour, and in the end you will show that TV set will consume more electrical energy as compared to heater. Here we end with our third sum. Now let us move to the last sum of question number 12, that is 12D. An electric iron of 1100 watts is operated for 2 hours daily. An electric iron of 1100 watts is operated for 2 hours daily. What will be the electrical consumption expenses for that in the month of April? The electric company charges ₹5 per unit of energy. Now they have given the consumption of electric iron's power. For 2 hours daily, that electric iron of power 1100 watts is operated. What will be the electrical consumption expenses for that in the month of April? Now here you are going to use the concept that month of April has how many days. So that number of days multiplied by power used per day you are going to calculate. So what is given? Power is given 1100 watts. Here you are going to convert this watt into kilowatt because we have to find out the number of units. Then only you can get the total expenses by multiplying for the charge used for per unit. So 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. So this value which is given in watts you will convert into kilowatt by dividing it by 1000. Time is 2 hours daily. So 2 multiplied by 30 because you know April has 30 days. If they ask for same sum in the month of May, then you will multiply it by 31. If in the month of February and it is a leap year, then you will write multiply by 29. So according to that, how many hours? So April month has 30 days, hence 2 multiplied by 30, 60 hours. Cost per unit is ₹5. This all is our given part, and we have done the necessary conversions, calculations in the given part. Power, which is in watt, we have converted into kilowatt by showing our conversion. Time, we have calculated total time for the month of April, that is 60 hours, and cost per unit we have mentioned. Now we go to the working of the sum. To find total expenses for the month of April, formula you know, H or electrical energy consumed or number of units is equal to power multiplied by time. So power in kilowatt is 11 divided by 10 multiplied by time is 60 hours. If you calculate, you will get 68 kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour means 1 unit. Now cost per unit is how much? 5 rupees. And you have how many number of units are consumed? 66. So total expenses is equal to 66. number of units multiply by cost per unit, that is rupees 5. 66 multiply by 5 as it is expenses, and cost they have given here. You can see they have given rupees 5. So while you are getting the answer also, you will get the answer in rupees. So 66 multiply by 5 comes out to rupees 330. Here we complete with our numerical examples, and there are no additional questions as such from this chapter. Most of the rules, construction, working, everything is covered in the textual exercise. Now we have completed our portion for our third online assessment. First 6 chapters are there. Now we will start with the revision for this chapter only. Whatever are important concepts, some rules, construction, that we are going to revise now.